Well, there have been 9 national police commissioners since the dawn of democracy in South Africa, and like Police Commissioner Sithole, many of them failed to finish a term in office. One expert believes this high turnover of police commissioners in the country speaks to how politicized the position is. Well, to explain what she means by that, we speak to security analyst Ziyanda Stuurman. Thank you so much, Ziyanda, for chatting to us. Why the high rotation? I think George Fivers is probably the only police commissioner we've had that actually ended up retiring.
Good morning, Annika. I think that this high rotation really speaks to how the position has become, unfortunately and very untenably, infiltrated by politics. We see that, or we know at least that the position is the operational head of the police, whereas the police minister is meant to be the political head of the police. But I think that those lines have been blurred in recent years, and more so because of the fact that Bheki himself, who's police commissioner at the moment, was a former, police minister at the moment, was a former police commissioner himself. So I really think that, at least in the last few commissioners that we've had, they see themselves as politicians as much as they see themselves as police officers, and that's very harmful.
I mean, they seem fairly easy to get rid of, whether they're allegations of buying grabbers or misappropriation of funds. Are these really just ways in order for political heads to get rid of police commissioners who are not doing their bidding?
It would certainly seem so. I think that we're in a position right now where both President Ramaphosa and Police Minister Bheki needed a very convenient scapegoat for their failings during the July unrest. And in this sense, Sithole presents the perfect foil in that way. What I think should have been done fairly and procedurally is a board of inquiry into Sithole's fitness to hold office, because there were very serious allegations against him, for obstructing justice, for example, particularly in the Charles Kinnear case, as well as the grabber incident and other allegations that that had been leveled against him in his last few months in office as police commissioner. So I think we really needed that board of inquiry to ventilate those issues and then to decide should he be removed from office.
Ziyanda, why the tension, the historical tension between the police commissioner and the police minister?
More than anything else, I think there's large personality clashes in those realms. I think that we know that crime and at least the perception of crime is really an incredibly important political issue for political parties, and so they feel like they need to be able to show that they're, tough on crime, or show that they're in support of the police. And particularly from the days of someone like Nathi Mthethwa and Fikile Mbalula, who are previous police ministers, you now have a situation where the politics really is bleeding into the operation of the police and not, in fact, where there's a healthy relationship between both the political head and the operational head. Until we can sort that out and that dynamic is resolved, then it doesn't really matter who we shuffle into either of those positions. That unhealthy relationship and interchange will still be there.
Ziyanda, what are your thoughts on whether you need a police commissioner who's been boots on the ground, he's been a police person or member of SAPS for years, to be police commissioner, or go the Ria Payecha route, who said, well, you don't need to be a bottle store owner to be a drunk? I mean, what do you think is the best way forward for the police and for their morale?
That's an excellent question, and I think that you're right. We've again had Jackie Selebi, Bheki and Ria Payecha being national police commissioners, not having careers or being career-long police officials. But on the same hand, we've now had Sithole, we previously had Khomotso Phahlane and others who were police officers in that position. So it is we're in a tight and difficult situation, because neither of those seem to have worked at the very least. And I think that what that really speaks to is the fact that I think at the end of the day, the core job of the National Police Commissioner is to ensure the operational stability and healthy function of the police service. I'm not opposed to the idea that the next police commissioner should be somebody who has experience in running a large bureaucracy, particularly a government agency